Welcome back again. This is Margaret Finnegan from Vets Roll, and we've been talking about how veterans can get involved and how amazing the trip is for them to go out to Washington, D.C. Now, I know so many people watching want to help, and there are a lot of ways that they can do that, right?
Oh, yeah. We are an IRS 501c3, meaning that anyone that cares to give through, monetary donation or gifts to vetsroll.org, those are tax-deductible donations. You can go to vetsroll.org, and we've got, donation pages or tabs on there. Mm-hmm. You can contact me directly, and we can send you in the right direction. But however you want to do it, it all goes to the greatest cause I can think of.
Yeah, it absolutely does. Because you do this trip for free, right? For the veterans?
Right.
It's all free.
The 100 assistants that go with on the trip, they pay their own way. It's $500. But all the veterans, the 200 veterans, that's no charge.
Which is so great, because, at the very least, they've earned the chance to go there.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? They definitely deserve that. Is there a need for volunteers, too?
We're still accepting applications for another month until April 2nd. We do have 150 plus already on the list, okay. And we only take 100 with, but we'll certainly accept them.
It seems like this trip is so popular that you're in a position where you almost have to keep on growing just to accommodate everyone, both the volunteers and the veterans who want to go.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, the Winnebago County Fire Chiefs and the Rock County Fire Chiefs have formed an alliance, and they're pooling money together to put EMTs on every bus this year. We have LPNs and RNs, but also people that are not medically trained too, Mm-hmm. So, if you feel like you'd be interested in the trip, mm-hmm. certainly submit an application.
Well, and that's so great too, because if somebody has medical concerns about traveling, that can make the difference if there's somebody trained there to help if something were to happen.
That's a good point too.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't touch on that. That we actually have donors for wheelchairs and for walkers and for oxygen and nebulizers. This medical team we have, they address all of that, even dietary needs and diabetic needs and things. We address all that. We have emergency centers all the way out and all the way back that know where our caravan is at any one time. We have a van that follows the caravan. It has a wheelchair lift incorporated in it. So we're ready for virtually any emergency.
Got all your bases covered.
We'll try.
Okay, so let's go over this again. If people want to donate or if they want to apply, there are a few different ways that they can get in touch with you, right?
Correct. Probably the easiest way is just go to vetsroll.org, and there's tabs on the left side of the page there that'll direct you in the right spot for what you're wanting to do. There's a donation tab that shows the different ways you can donate. You can do it by credit card on a secure part online, or you can mail a check in. You can stop by Finnegan's RV in South Beloit, make a donation however you want. And then the applications can be virtually done the same way. You can do those online and email them, or you can stop by and do it in person.
You could do it right now by credit card as we're talking.
Yeah, it's all secure, just like a bank or a credit card site.
That's great. And have the donations, have you seen those grow over the years too, as more people have gotten involved?
We have. We're getting, the cost to run this trip is close to $200,000 for the 4 days.
Well, it's huge because you're taking hundreds of people with you.
That's right. Yeah, it's 3,200 meals in 4 days and 400 and some odd hotel rooms. It's even grown to the point now where we're offering a separate bus that's going to come down, one down the east side of Wisconsin the day before the trip and the day after the trip to go back, and one down the west side of Wisconsin. So far, the ones from Illinois are pretty much in this area, so we don't have to run a special run out. Okay. We have hotels in the Beloit area that are providing like $29 room nights for the veterans when they come in, and so it's just expanding all the time.
Which is, it's so great to see. Let's talk about this plaque that you're holding here, because this is pretty special.
This is something we're very proud of. On February 10th, the Wisconsin State Legislature had an actual bipartisan agreement.
That's rare.
Yeah. But Senator Tim Cullen and Representative Amy Loudenbeck, they co-authored or co-sponsored this proclamation from the state legislature for Vets Roll, basically giving us the credibility for what Vets Roll has meant to the veterans of Wisconsin and Illinois. And it's just kind of like a feather in our cap, just for the legitimacy of soliciting donations from other organizations or other businesses and whatnot. That we're here to stay. This is a major movement.
It's more than a feather. That's huge. This is this idea that your parents inspired, and you started with your brother, and now you know, the state of Wisconsin is recognizing it in just a few years. That's huge.
It's pretty cool. We're really proud of that.
Yeah. All right. Let's go over the information again one more time if veterans want to get involved, because we are almost out of time. But if veterans are interested in taking this trip, what's the best way to kind of start the process?
The way we do it is we accept applications. Really, we accept applications year round. On April 2nd, that's our cutoff date for this year's trip. And we take every World War II era veteran, which will be through the end of 1948, and every Rosita Riveter that applies up until that date. And at that point in time, we take a total of 200 veterans and Rosies. So say we have 90 World War II era veterans that have applied, then we take the first 110 from the Korean side. And then if it's 100, then we'll take 100 of the Korean era veterans.
So there's a huge balancing act because there's so much demand.
There is. And then from April 2nd on, then we go to 2 waiting lists. And so say a World War II veteran comes in after April 2nd, he goes to the bottom of the World War II list.
But you do have cancellations, right?
Exactly. It will have, for whatever reasons, if they cancel out, then we'll move the World War II vet up to keep the balance, the ratio will stay the same. And then the Korean veterans, if they don't make it on this year's trip, they go to the top of the list for Veteran 4.
Okay, so if you don't make it in this year, at least you've got your name in the circulation and you're
That's
at the
right.
top of next
We'll
year's
keep you right
list.
in the database.
I hate to say it, I feel like we could talk about this all day, but we're out of time. We'll have this information for you all again, though, at the end of the show. Mark, thank you so much for coming out. Such a great thing that you guys are doing.
Thank you very much, Jeannie. I appreciate it.